Hello traders, welcome to SammybrainFx. So in today's video we are going to be doing a recap of some of the trade we took within the week, and then as well as we are going to be giving us an updates regarding the possible opportunities we might be having in the future. All right, so let's start with step index 100. So this is step index 100. I'm starting from the daily time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame, 24 hours. And from the daily time frame, we see that price has been on a bullish trend. So we have this break of structure to the upside here. We have the break of structure to the upside caused by this zone, and then of course we expected price to come back to this zone because it has created an equal low here. So we expected price having created this equal lows, okay, we expected price to tap into this zone before it continues, but we didn't see that happen. And then of course we have another break of structure. Let me take this out. So of course we had another break of structure here, okay, another break of structure to the upside. So this is another break of structure. It's another break of structure. So we expected price to react into this zone, this supply, this demand zone, which of course price did. Okay, so so price has been in an uptrend looking at it from the daily time frame. So let's go to our 4 hours time frame. Let's go to our 4 hours time frame. Now coming to our 4 hours time frame, of course price has still been in an uptrend. Okay, so now getting to this particular zone, this supply zone, getting to this zone up here, there was a supply zone here. So we expected a sell from this particular zone, okay, but before that we saw something. When price came in and got to this particular point, we saw it created an equal high here. So that's liquidity. The price created equal highs there. Let me reduce this. So that's sort of liquidity. So price created these equal highs, and then let's go to a lower time frame. We are going to see the supply zone clearly. So coming down to 2 hours time frame, it's not clear. Let's go to a 1 hour time frame. Coming down to a 1 hour time frame, so we saw the supply zone. Now guys, this was a very massive sell, like a massive sell. A massive sell. If you had entered this trade with the least loss size, you would have made a lot of money. If you had entered this trade with the least loss size. Okay, so now we saw this supply zone in the 1 hour time frame. Okay, we saw this supply zone in the 1 hour time frame. So when price came in, it created this equal highs here. Okay, that's liquidity, and then of course it swept the equal highs, tap into that our supply zone. So price tap into our supply zone. So after price tap into our supply zone, we did not just start selling immediately. Okay, we didn't start selling immediately. So price tap into our supply zone. We went down to a lower time frame. We went down to the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so coming down to the 15-minute time frame. So coming down to the 15-minute time frame, so we waited for an opportunity to sell. So what did we see? So price got into our zone. We saw a break of structure to the downside. We saw this break of structure. We saw this break of structure caused by this zone. Okay, caused by this guy right here. So this was the break of structure that we saw. We saw this break of structure. So now we waited for price to this is our stop loss above. So we waited for price to come in. So price broke structure, retraced, it tapped into our zone, and then it sold off. Now this was a very massive sell. Okay, now if we didn't enter here, we would have still gotten another entry. Okay, so we sold from here massively. It went down, like it continued. The sell was so massive. Now if I come down to our, let's come down to our 2 hours time frame. So if you are taking this trade, this would have been our target. So this was our first target point. This was our TP1. Okay, rather this was our TP1, and then so this is our TP1 and this is our TP2. Okay, this was our TP1, this was our TP2. So if you had entered this trade, this would have been so massive, so massive. Okay, so this is how we were able to spot this trade. So apart from this first entry we got here in the 15 minutes time frame, let's go back to that 15-minute time frame. So this would have been the first entry opportunity, this one, after the break of structure, retracement to that zone, and then we sell. And then there's also another opportunity we saw here. There's also another opportunity we saw here. Now if we come down here, let me get our tools. We also saw that there is also another break of structure here. There is also another break of structure here. Okay, also another break of structure here caused by this particular zone. Let's zoom in so that we'll see it clearly. So there's also another break of structure here, and this is the other block that caused the break of structure in the lower time frame. Okay, this is the other block. Now for the 15-minute time frame, if we had waited for this, we wouldn't have gotten that entry again, but I think we saw that another entry in the 10 minutes time frame. So let's go to the 10 minutes time frame. I think there was also another entry I saw. There was also another entry. Was it the 10-minute time frame? Okay, not on the 10. I think it should be on the 30 minutes time frame. So let's go to the 30 minutes time frame. There was also another entry opportunity. Okay, it's on the 30-minute time frame. So now, after we would have got this entry in the 15-minute time frame, so in the 30-minute time frame, this is another entry. Okay, so this is this second break of structure here we saw here, and this is the zone that caused the break of structure, the other block that caused the break of structure. We see price it created all this high. They acted as inducement, as liquidity. Okay, so let's take this out too. So after we got this break of structure, price did all this, and then it cleared this whole high, all these highs. It tapped into our zone and then it sold massively. Okay, so we would have gotten another opportunity to enter this trade. So the first opportunity, we saw it on the 15-minute time frame. Let's go back to the 15-minute time frame. So the 15-minute time frame, we saw this break of structure. Saw this first break of structure to the downside, a retracement to that zone. We got a sell, and then also another opportunity that we would have gotten to re-enter this market would have been on the 30-minute time frame, which we saw this break of structure in the 30-minute time frame. So this is the zone that caused the break of structure. So price did all this, it created all this high that acted as liquidity. Price came in, took out all this high, tapped into our zone, and it sold off massively. So this would have been a perfect moves. Remember, we first of all saw we had our supply zone, which of course we saw it, the supply zone clearly in the 1 hour time frame. So we saw that supply zone clearly in the 1 hour time frame. So the next thing, waited for price to tap into that zone. But before price tapped into that zone, we saw this equal highs that was created here, this liquidity. Okay, so price came in, took out that equal high, tapped into our zone, and then we went down to our lower time frame. Okay, went down to our lower time frame, and we got our entry in the 15-minute and as well, of course, the 30-minute time frame. So that's how price went, it sold massively. So when price got to this zone, we saw another significant opportunity here. So when price got to this zone, we have this break of structure to the downside. So this was the zone that caused a break of structure. So we have another supply zone. So this is the other block. Okay, which of course we saw that price came in and reacted to that zone, and then it's selling. Now also, after this break of structure, of course, we're expecting price to come in to tap into this zone to continue selling. Okay, so we had a break of structure to the downside. We expected for price to come in. So after this break of structure, we expected price to come in, tap into this zone again to continue selling. Okay, that's what we were expecting, which of course we saw that now. But before we got this sell, if we're expecting price to come in to tap into this zone to sell off, that means we would have gotten a buy opportunity here. Okay, we'd have gotten a buy opportunity here since we're expecting this sell. So now, what did we see here? We saw something very, very significant here. We saw that there was a break of structure. Okay, we first of all saw this liquidity sweep. This low was swept by this previous low was swept by this one. Okay, and then we saw that there was a break of structure to the upside. This break of structure, we saw this break of structure, and then this is the other block that caused the break of structure, meaning we're expecting price to come in and tap into this zone to buy. So of course we saw that's what happened here exactly. So price broke structure and retraced into this zone, and then it bought massively, and it got into our supply zone where we were anticipating a sell because of this break of structure to the downside caused by this supply zone. Okay, this other block. So price came in and tapped into that zone, and then it sold. Okay, now when price tapped into this zone and started selling, now this was not the main sell. We now saw that after price sold, did as if it was selling massively. Of course, some person would have started selling from there, and then you see price took them out. So we saw something here that there was a liquidity sweep here. We saw this sweep of liquidity, and then look at this candle that was formed, this pin bar that was formed here. So after this sweep of liquidity, this is an indication that price is going to go down massively. Okay, so we had the sweep of liquidity, and the next thing we saw, price went down massively. All right, so let's move into another instrument. Okay, so we have our volatility 100 1x index. Okay, this was another buy we took. So let me take this off, let me clear this out. So let me take this off for that to be clear. Okay, let me take this out. So looking at what price has been doing, we see that price has been on an uptrend. Being in an uptrend, it is very clear. So we saw that there was a break of structure here. We saw before this break of structure, price took out liquidity, which actually triggered this move, this momentum move that went up. So there was a break of structure to the upside, okay, caused by this zone. We expected price to come in to tap into this zone to continue buying, but markets would always do its thing. Okay, all right, so instead of price tapping back to this zone, it came in, it did a bit of consolidation, okay, and then it caused another break of structure to the upside. So now this is the zone that caused the break of structure. This other block here, this is a 4 hours time frame. So this other block, this 4 hours candle caused the break of structure. Now it shows this is a very, very strong high. It did not only break structure, it took out the previous low. This is liquidity. It took out the previous low, indicating that this is a very, very strong demand zone. Okay, so price sweep liquidity, it broke structure to the upside, meaning this is a very, very strong demand zone. So now let's go to our 2 hours time frame. So coming down to our 2 hours time frame, we would have refined this entry down to this point. Okay, so now having refined this entry down to this point in the 2 hours time frame, we can also refine it down to the 1 hour time frame. But in this situation, when we refined it to the 1 hour time frame, we discovered that price didn't actually tap into that zone in the 1 hour. And look at it now. If we had refined this is the other block in the 1 hour time frame, okay, which price did not get here, but price got into that zone in the 2 hours order block. Okay, so we'll stick with the 2 hours order block. Okay, so price got in and tapped in there. Remember, this is a very, very strong demand zone. It did not just break structure, it took out previous low. Okay, it took out liquidity, which fueled this move upward, meaning this is a very, very strong zone. Okay, so now after price came in and tapped into that zone, we went to a lower time frame. Okay, now it could be the 15-minute time frames. At times it could be on the 30-minute time frame, depending on the risks, the amount of risks you want to take. You know that the lower your time frame, the lesser the risks you're going to be taking. Okay, so you can look at entry in the 15-minute time frame, in the 30-minute time frame, could be in the 15-minute time frame, could be on the 10-minute time frame, or on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, so now let's go to a 30-minute time frame. So after price tap into the zone, let's see if we would have gotten any entry on the 30-minute time frame. So now the 30-minute time frame, we wouldn't have gotten an entry, because what will validate our entry criteria, let's have this, let me draw it for us. We'll be waiting for a break of structure, a retest, and then up. Of course, there will be that supply zone, that order block, okay, that caused the break of structure in the lower time frame. So this is actually what we're looking at for. We will have a break of structure, retrace to that zone, and then go off. Now this break of structure, it must be a full body candle break. It could be like this. Now break of structure does not mean it will have to be this high. It could be just a little as low as this, but what will make it to be a valid break of structure will be a full body candle close above the previous high. Okay, so now we're looking at for something like this here. So now this is at that 30-minute time frame. So was there any opportunity to have bought? No, because there's no break of structure here. Okay, it was just a weak break. There's no full body candle break of structure right here. So let's go to our 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame. Now coming down to the 15-minute time frame, is there any valid break of structure? Is there any clear break of structure that would have made us to enter this market? No. We actually use the 10-minute time frame. So let's go. So coming down to our 10-minute time frame, this is where we saw things clearly. Okay, now we saw that this low was created. Okay, this low was created, and this was a big move to the upside. So after it took out this low, after price took out this low, okay, it's got enough momentum to go to the upside. The price did all this, it broke structure. This is where we have our break of structure. So price broke this previous high. Okay, it broke this previous, this high broke this previous high. It also went up again to break this other high as well. Okay, so we got our break of structure, and all started where? It started here. Okay, so this low was taken, price went up, did all this until when it got here. Let me use our tool. So we have this sweep. We're looking for a break of structure, which there was none here. After this is where we got the break of structure, and then we saw this another break of structure. Where was the zone that caused the break of structure? Here. Okay, so let me take this out. So this is that origin that caused that break of structure in this lower time frame. Yeah, do you see that? So this is exactly where we waited for price to tap in to buy. So after the break of structure, price wins, tap into that hour zone, and then it bought massively. Okay, now let's use this. So our stop loss would have been below this. Give it enough space, don't make it too tight. So it would have been below this, was below this actually. The price wins. So where would have been our exit point? Let's go to a higher time frame, or 1 hour time frame. So this was so massive. This was so massive. So this was our exit point, where we have this supply zone right here. So this was our exit point. So we got out of the trade here. Okay, so this is how we're able to spot out this massive buy. Okay, so price did that, and then of course after that we saw that there was a break of structure to the upside. So price did this, broke structure. Can we call this a break of structure? Let's see. This is not a break of structure here. We just saw a weak break. Okay, let me take this out though. Okay, so let's go to our 4 hours time frame. So in our 4 hours time frame, we did not see any break of structure, rather we had the retracement. Now we also saw something very significant. Okay, very significant, that a high here was taken out. Okay, a high was taken out by this particular zone right here, meaning this is another demand zone. Okay, which when price went, it reacted to that zone. Okay, it reacted to that zone, and when price got here, it bought massively, taking out this previous high. So price retraced to this zone, this 4 hour zone, and went there. Now, would we have gotten another opportunity to buy here? Let's see. Let's go to a lower time frame. Let's go to 2 hours time frame to see if we'd have gotten any opportunity here. So coming down to our 2 hours time frame. Now, if you come down to our 2 hour time frame, we would have refined this here, and then price did not tap into this zone. So let's go to our 1 hour time frame. A 1 hour time frame rather. So coming down to our 1 hour time frame, we are still having this zone which price did not get there. Now let's go to our 30-minute time frame. So when you're doing your analysis, ensure you go to different time frame. Look at what price is really doing. Have a big picture of what price is doing, so that you don't miss any entry and so that you don't take any wrong trade. Okay, now coming down to our 30-minute time frame, price did not tap into that zone, but we'll see something very significant. So when we now came down to our 15-minute time frame, coming down to our 15-minute time frame, knowing that this zone was a very strong zone in the 4 hours time frame, coming down to our 15-minute time frame, we saw that this was that last down candle that caused this momentum to the upside. Okay, if we go to our 10-minute time frame, let's see. Okay, let's stay with the 15-minute time frame. Okay, let's stay with the 15-minute time frame. So price came in and then it tapped. Now it didn't tap into this zone exactly. Okay, but if we would have gotten this entry, if we would have, I didn't actually take this particular trade though, but if we would have gotten this entry, you know, we saw a very strong confirmation, a very strong. We saw that this is a very strong demand zone. We saw it in the 4 hours time frame. Okay, so if we would have gotten this entry, it would have been would have put our stop loss below this, and then we saw that our take profits would have been the previous, targeting the previous high. Okay, it's actually 2 to 9:4 ratio. Okay, this is how we would have gotten that entry if we had entered, but we actually did not take this trade. Okay, so since things were not very clear here, that's why I did not take this trade. Okay, so that's why we stick to our rules. We stick to our rules like what we had there. We have our break of structure. Haven't got into our break of structure. We went down to a lower time frame. We saw a confirmation, we bought. But here there was a very massive move to the upside, a very big bullish move, but we did not have any confirmation here. Okay, so now what is price doing currently? If we come down, we saw this is another demand zone here. Okay, it's another demand, strong demand zone, and then of course it broke structure to the upside, and then we have this imbalance here. Of course we have this imbalance. This also tells us that this is another strong demand zone. So right here we are waiting for a retracement to this particular zone. So we are waiting for price to come into this zone, and then we look out for confirmation before we buy. Of course, don't forget, this is a confirmation. We wait for a break of structure, a retracement to the zone that caused a break of structure, and then we buy. So this is actually our trading model. This is what we are looking at for, or we will be looking at for, if price gets into this particular zone. Okay, so that's what we are expecting. So we are waiting, we're anticipating. Let's see what price does. So all right guys, let's wait for this. Let's see what happens there. Okay, let's wait for what is going to happen here, if price is going to react into this zone and give us a clear entry. Okay, give us a confirmation for us to take that trade. So that's that for that, guys. If you're yet to subscribe to our channel, ensure you subscribe to our channel so that you keep receiving updates from us, and do well to like the video as well and share it as well to your friends, for those you know that will benefit from this. And then if you have any concern, if there's anything you want, anything that is not clear to you, that you need clarity on, any question you have, you can always type it at the comment section. Okay, so till we meet again in our next video, so bye for now.